In pressure moments, boardrooms, arguments, emergencies, most men collapse. Not because they lack intelligence or strength, but because stress hijacks them and shows on their face. But there is a technique the world rarely teaches. A hack that doesn't soothe you, doesn't calm you, it makes you unreadable. A mask so cold it turns chaos into silence. And once you wear it, people will think you feel nothing at all. In this video, I'm going to hand you a weapon most people have never even heard of. A simple but unusual hack that makes you look completely emotionless under stress, or in any situation where pressure would normally break you. First, I'll show you the hack itself, step by step. Then I'll reveal the science and psychology that explain why it works. After that, you'll see it applied in real scenarios, arguments, high-stakes meetings, even emergencies. And finally, I'll train you with drills so you can make it automatic. So watch this video all the way through, because by the end, you'll know how to undress stress in any situation and stand untouchable where others collapse. Stress is the silent killer of performance. It doesn't take muscle, money, or even intelligence away from you. It robs you of control in the moment you need it most. Think back to the last time pressure closed in. Maybe it was a confrontation with someone you couldn't afford to lose. Maybe it was a meeting where your career was on the line. Or maybe it was as simple as a heated argument that spiraled out of control. Your body betrayed you, your chest tightened, your thoughts scattered, your voice cracked, and no matter how much discipline you thought you had, emotions hijacked your system. That is the truth about stress. It isn't the situation that destroys you, it's your identification with it. When you say I'm stressed, you merge with the feeling. You let it become your identity. And in that moment, you surrender your power. Now, the world gives you weak tools to deal with this. They tell you to breathe deeply. They tell you to think positive thoughts. They tell you to count to 10. But let's be real. When adrenaline is flooding your bloodstream and chaos is unfolding, do you think your brain will calmly count to 10? Do you think affirmations will overpower biology? Of course not. That's why most people break under stress. They're armed with children's toys in a battlefield. But there is another way, a darker option. Not the soothing, soft mindfulness of apps and guided meditations, but a sharper weapon. One that doesn't calm you down, but makes you appear utterly emotionless while chaos surrounds you. It's called dissociation. Not the unhealthy kind where people check out of reality. This is controlled dissociation, a surgical technique where you step outside of your body just long enough to sever stress's grip. You don't become less aware, you become more aware. And when you use it, others will think you feel nothing at all. Let me give you the hack right now. Step 1. Shift into third person. The first strike is linguistic. Stress gets its power because you merge identity with feeling. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. I'm overwhelmed. The hack begins by breaking that link. Instead of saying, I am stressed, you reframe it. He is experiencing pressure. She is under stress. The body is reacting. You talk about yourself as if you are a character in a story, a figure being observed, not the one trapped in the storm. Psychologists call this self-distancing. Studies show that people who shift into third-person self-talk make clearer decisions, show more emotional control, and recover faster from stress. It's not just mental gymnastics. It rewires how your brain processes the experience. In that instant, you're no longer the stress. You're the narrator. Step 2. Visualize from above. Now, deepen the split. Imagine yourself from an overhead view as if a drone camera is watching you from above. See your body pacing, breathing heavily, shaking or freezing. But you're no longer inside that body. You're the one watching it. This overhead visualization is powerful because it physically rips your perspective out of the chaos. Instead of drowning in the storm, you're observing it play out like a scene in a film. Athletes call this detached focus. Warriors and monks used versions of this practice for centuries. When you're the witness, stress loses its claws. It can't pull you under because you're no longer inside the fight. You are the one watching the fight. Step 3. Overlay the stone mask. Now comes the final step, the physical seal. Picture sliding a stone mask over your face. It's cold, blank, emotionless. Behind the mask, your body may still feel the panic. Your heart may pound. Your hands may shake. But outwardly, your face shows nothing. This is not imagination for imagination's sake. It's tactical. Why? Because your face is a feedback loop. When you panic, your face leaks micro-expressions. Twitching eyes, quivering lips, shifting jaw. These signals reinforce panic in your brain and expose you to others. But when you hold neutrality, when the stone mask covers you, two things happen. The world loses leverage. They can't read you, so they can't manipulate you. Your calm face makes you appear in control. Your own system calms down. By freezing your expressions, you send signals back into your nervous system that all is well. Your body begins to mirror your face. face. That's the paradox. By pretending to be stone, you eventually become stone. Putting it together, let's walk through it in action. Stress hits, your chest tightens, your hands shake. Normally, this is where you'd say, I'm panicking, but instead you narrate, he is feeling adrenaline. The words create distance. It's not me, it's just an experience happening. Next, you pull up the drone view. You see yourself pacing, heart racing, but you're no longer in it. You're the camera hovering above, watching, recording, detached. Finally, you slide on the mask. Your face freezes into neutrality. Outwardly, nothing shows. No panic, no fear. Inwardly, the storm is still there, but it has nowhere to attach. You stand calm. You look unshakable. To others, it's as if you feel nothing at all. This is the dissociation hack. It doesn't erase stress. It transforms your relationship with it. Instead of being the puppet yanked by emotions, you become the puppeteer watching from above, wearing a mask that nothing can penetrate. And when you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. Your brain begins to follow the role you play. Detach often enough, and detachment becomes natural. Wear the mask long enough, and you no longer need to imagine it, because calm has become your default. That's how you become untouchable under stress. Most people think stress itself is the enemy. They believe the pounding heart, the fast breath, the flood of adrenaline are what destroy them. But here's the truth. Stress is neutral. It's not the sensation that weakens you. It's the story you attach to it. When you say, I am anxious, you merge your identity with the feeling. You don't just experience stress. You become stress. And when identity fuses with emotion, you lose the ability to separate fact from reaction. You collapse into the storm. The dissociation hack works because it severs that connection. It doesn't stop adrenaline. It doesn't erase nerves. Instead, it cuts the string between who you are and what you're experiencing. And that tiny separation is the difference between being a puppet of stress or the puppeteer who controls the scene. The psychology behind dissociation. Psychologists call this process self-distancing. Researchers like Ethan Kross have run experiments where people were asked to reflect on difficult experiences in the first person, I feel nervous, versus the third person, he feels nervous. The results? Those who used third person showed lower blood pressure. They made calmer, more rational decisions. They remembered the event later without as much emotional pain. Why? Because the brain processes I am statements as identity. Identity is sticky. You can't step out of it. But he is, or she is processed like an observation. And observations don't hijack the nervous system. This is the first pillar of the hack. Break the identity fusion. The neuroscience of the overhead view. The second layer is visualization. When you see yourself from above, as if you're watching a movie, you activate the prefrontal cortex, the logical, rational part of your brain. Meanwhile, stress usually hijacks the amygdala, the fear center that screams threat and overrides rational thought. That's why under stress, people make dumb choices. They're literally being steered by the oldest, most primitive part of their brain. But when you adopt an overhead perspective, you trick your brain into moving from participant mode to observer mode. Observers don't panic, they analyze, they strategize, they watch without drowning. This perspective shift is enough to calm the amygdala's grip and give power back to the prefrontal cortex. It's not magic, it's biology. Before moving forward, I'm launching something. On October 1st, the 90-day Emotional Mastery membership begins. Inside, you'll get access to every ebook, audiobook, and YouTube script, plus daily whispers that sharpen your mind and harden your emotional edge. This isn't inspiration, it's transformation. A full 90 days of rewiring how you handle pressure, emotion, and control. The link will be waiting for you in the top comment at the end of this video. Don't miss it. The stone mask and feedback loops. Now comes the final piece, the mask. Most people don't realize that their face doesn't just express emotion, it creates it. This is called the facial feedback hypothesis. When you smile, even if you're not happy, your brain receives signals that elevate mood. When you frown, it deepens feelings of anger or sadness. The same is true under stress. Micro-expressions, tiny twitches in the eyes, lips, or jaw, send constant feedback to the nervous system. We're panicking. We're losing control. By overlaying the stone mask, you hack this loop. You freeze the face into neutrality, and suddenly the brain has no panic signals to feed on. Instead, it interprets, we're calm, we're composed, and the body begins to follow. That's why soldiers train their faces. That's why poker players practice neutrality. They understand that the face is not decoration, it's a weapon. And if you master it, you master yourself. Why others perceive you as untouchable. Here's the hidden power of the dissociation hack. It doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how others respond to you. Stress is contagious. When you panic, others feel it. When you stay blank, others project stability onto you. They begin to think, he's calm, he's confident, he's in control. This perception flips the power dynamic. Suddenly the room or situation bends toward your energy. You've become the anchor, the the one nobody can shake. And often, once others calm down around you, your own stress naturally dissolves. The illusion that becomes reality. At first, this hack feels like acting. You narrate in third person. You visualize from above. You pretend to wear a mask. It might even feel fake. But here's the paradox. The brain doesn't know the difference between pretend and real. If you act calm often enough, your nervous system rewires. If you practice dissociation often enough, detachment becomes natural. What starts as illusion becomes identity. What starts as acting becomes truth. You don't just look untouchable, you are untouchable. This is why the dissociation hack works. It doesn't fight stress head on. It sidesteps it. It doesn't try to calm the storm. It makes you step outside the storm entirely. And once you've mastered it, you'll notice something strange. The situations that once made you tremble now feel like slow motion. While others drown, you stand still. While others panic, you watch. And while others lose control, you hold the mask and hold power. Scenario 1, the high-stakes meeting. The boardroom is silent. Everyone's eyes are on you. The proposal in your hands could decide whether you're respected or dismissed. Your heart begins to pound. Your palms sweat. Normally, this is where panic takes over, but you deploy the hack. You whisper internally, he is preparing to speak. Third-person narration. Suddenly, it's not you who's panicking. It's just the body experiencing stress. You pull up the overhead view. In your mind's eye, you see yourself at the table, papers laid out, colleagues staring. You're no longer trapped inside the chest that's pounding. You're above it, watching. Finally, you slide on the stone mask. Your face stills, breath evens. To them, you look unshaken. And when you speak, your voice is calm. Not because the stress disappeared, but because you stepped outside of it. The meeting shifts. They see control. They trust the man who cannot be rattled. Scenario 2, the relationship argument. She raises her voice. The words cut. Most men collapse here, either lashing out with anger or folding into silence. Stress claws at you. Adrenaline begs you to react, but you know the hack. He is listening to criticism. Third person, distance achieved. Drone view. You see the scene from above. The two of you in the kitchen, her hands moving, your body tensing. You are the observer, not the victim. Stone mask. Your face neutralizes, eyes steady, lips calm. Her voice trembles with more emotion, but yours does not. Your neutrality diffuses the fire. She burns out while you remain unshaken. What would have become a destructive spiral now ends in silence and eventually respect. Scenario 3, the stage trial. You're about to step on stage. Hundreds of faces in the audience, lights glaring down. Your body feels it, the dry throat, the shaking knees. But instead of choking, you step outside. He is walking on stage. Third person. The nerves are his, not yours. Drone view. From above, you see yourself moving to the podium. The audience becomes distant figures, not predators. Stone mask. You lock your expression. Calm, focused, unreadable. You open your mouth, and your voice doesn't betray you. In fact, the neutrality gives you an aura of confidence. The audience leans in, drawn by the calm authority they sense. Scenario 4. The athletic pressure point. Final minute of the game. Score tied. The ball in your hands. Every eye on you. The weight of failure presses down like a mountain. Stress surges, but you don't collapse. He is preparing for the shock. Third person. The pressure belongs to him, not you. Overhead view. You see the arena from above. The court, the crowd, your body in motion. Stone mask. Face blank, steady. You shoot, not from panic, but from calm precision. And whether it lands or misses, you owned the moment. You weren't controlled by it. Scenario 5. The chaos emergency. The accident just happened. People are shouting. Someone's injured. Most freeze or scream. Your body feels the surge. Adrenaline, trembling heat, but you deploy the hack. Third person, he is assessing the situation. Drone view, you see the entire scene, the car, the crowd, the movement. Stone mask, your face steadies, and suddenly others turn to you. You are the one who looks calm, so they follow your lead. In chaos, people search for the stone. You become it. Why scenarios matter. It's not enough to know the hack in theory. Stress is a battlefield. You must see it, feel it, and apply it. Each scenario shows the same pattern. Narrate in third person. Create distance. Visualize from above. Weaken the emotional grip. Overlay the mask. Stabilize yourself and project control. The situations may differ. Business, relationships, performance, crisis, but the weapon is the same. And once you've used it in one battlefield, you'll know how to use it in all. This is why practice is crucial, so that in the moment when it matters most, you don't have to remember, you simply become. Weapons are useless without training. A weapon in your hand means nothing if you haven't trained with it. The same goes for the dissociation hack. It sounds powerful, it feels sharp, but unless you ingrain it into your nervous system, stress will still ambush you. The truth is simple. You can't wait until the battlefield to practice. If you only try this when you're already drowning, your brain will default to chaos. The hack must be rehearsed until it becomes automatic. Until the moment pressure hits, your body slips into detachment by instinct. That's what these drills are for. Drill 1, the narrator journal, third person training. Every Every evening, grab a notebook or open a blank document. Write about your day, but never in first person. Not, I woke up late and felt rushed. Instead, he woke up late. His body felt tension in the chest. At first, it feels mechanical, but within a week, something shifts. Your brain starts to default to the narrator's perspective. When stress hits in real time, you'll automatically think he is experiencing pressure. That 1-second shift is the first blade of detachment. 5 minutes daily, non-negotiable. Drill 2. Mirror mask training, neutral expression control. Stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes. For 2 minutes, hold absolute neutrality. No twitch, no smile, no frown, no blinking escape. Imagine you are wearing the stone mask, calm, blank, carved from marble. This feels strange, even uncomfortable. But here's why it matters. Most people's faces betray them under stress. Their lips quiver, their jaw clenches, their eyes dart. With this drill, you train your facial muscles to disobey panic. 2 minutes morning, 2 minutes night. Increase to 5 minutes as you master it. Drill 3. Overhead replay. Detached visualization. Pick one stressful memory from your past week. Close your eyes. Replay the scene. Not from your own eyes, but from above. See yourself in the room. Watch your body's movements. Watch the other person. Imagine you are a drone filming it all. At first, the emotions might still bite, but repeat this nightly, and soon the sting fades. The overhead view strips away the rawness. Stress becomes data. Memory becomes training footage. 5 minutes per day. Always choose real moments. Drill 4. Micro-stress simulation. Controlled exposure. The hack cannot live only in calm practice. It must be stress tested. So you create small trials every day. Take a cold shower and apply the hack. Hold a difficult yoga pose and apply the hack. Place yourself in an awkward or slightly tense social situation. Apply the hack. These micro-stressors are not about toughness. They are about training automatic detachment. By practicing in low-stakes environments, your nervous system prepares for high-stakes chaos. 1 micro-stress drill daily. Rotate challenges. Drill 5. The battlefield countdown. This drill prepares you for sudden stress bursts. Stand tall, relax your body, take 1 deep breath, count backwards from 5. On 1, instantly deploy all 3 steps. Narrator voice, overhead view, stone mask. This conditions your body to flip into dissociation on command, like drawing a sword in a duel. 3 reps daily. Train until automatic. Building the habit. If you follow these drills daily, here's what happens. Week 1, the narrator voice starts to appear naturally in moments of stress. Week 2, your face betrays less emotion. People begin to notice you're calm. Week 3, past memories lose their sting. You replay them without collapse. Week 4 plus, stress triggers arrive, and instead of panic, your body instinctively detaches. This is not magic. It's conditioning. You are rewiring how your mind and body process pressure. The rule of consistency. The dissociation hack is a weapon, but weapons dull if left unused. These drills keep the blade sharp. Make them daily rituals. Journal, mask, replay, simulate, countdown, 5 drills, 15 minutes. That's all it takes. Because when the real battlefield comes, whether it's a boardroom, a fight, or a crisis, you won't rise to the level of your hopes. You'll fall to the level of your training. Train well, and you'll never fall again. Now you know the dissociation hack, a weapon most people will never use. But here's the question. Would you actually use it? In a meeting? In an argument? On stage? Drop a comment right now and tell me, where do you need this hack the most? I'll be reading every response, and the next video will go deeper into the exact situations you name.